typically play Amori on Thursdays. I do. But with the whole technical difficulties on Tuesday, I was just like, Amori can wait. You know? What's he gonna do? Stab himself again? Oh no. Oh wait, I would have to click the stab button for that. Whoops. Anyways, so yes. So tonight is so tomorrow there is no stream because I'm probably gonna dedicate the whole day to vault hunting. Because Alexa's not gonna be around, so might as well, just vault hunt, baby. So, anywheres, with that to say, no streams tomorrow. We'll be back with Dokapon Kingdom Connect Thursday. Also, I should note that it is currently thunderstorming outside right now for me. And if I happen to suddenly get cut off, just note, I got struck by lightning. Okay, I didn't get struck by lightning, but I did get my internet. I did get my internet cut out. Probably didn't get struck by lightning. I'm kind of inside. Not touching grass. Though grass resists electric, though. So, I mean, maybe I should just cover myself in grass. If we're going to Pokemon logic. And as I think yesterday proved, I'm not a great Pokemoner. Huh? What? Is that time already? What? Are you hunting? Anyway, let's just get into the game. That's what we all came here to do, is to play game. Why did the message fail? I don't know. Because you need to get good scrub? I was just making a joke. I know we've been over all this, but the glitch is this Tuesday spot isn't going on YouTube, so. Are you getting accustomed to moving around investigating the city of London? Here's some advice to keep your investigation running smoothly. Some puzzles will disappear from their original locations in town as the story progresses, but there is no need to worry. Most of the unsolved problems are sent along to a single spot for you to play at your leisure. Visit often to track down puzzles you've passed up and work towards completing every puzzle in the game. Also remember that some puzzles do not disappear from their original locations. These puzzles can be solved at any time by returning to the location where you first found them. Professor, I'm starting to believe that we have actually traveled to the future. Well, let's just think about it for a moment, shall we? The sender of this letter is Luke Triton. In other words, the sender is you, Luke. All the time we've been following his directives. Perhaps meeting him face to face will shed some light on our current situation. So let's head to Gilded 7 Casino. Alright, Professor. It's a shame we can't drive there, though. Yes, it's unfortunate, but it doesn't look like that car will be going anywhere soon. Well, the best way to do legwork for an investigation is on foot. Haha, I couldn't agree with you more, my boy. Hank coin. Oh. Okay, back into the hospital. Do you have another puzzle for us? Yes, there's a casino on Flatstone Street. I'm not sure it's the right ambience for the short stuff here. We're just meeting a friend there, so it should be fine. Do you happen to know where exactly the casino is on Flatstone Street? Nope, sorry, but it's just not my scene. You should probably ask someone in the area. Yes, I suppose we're most likely to find someone who knows Flatstone, someone who know in Flatstone Street. Thank you. Okay, just Luke, if we visit the casino, we'll need to take a railway back to Flatstone. Okay, Professor. Yes. Here we are back at Flatstone Street. Yes, but I don't see anything that looks like a casino. I think our best bet is to ask a local. Oh, hey, look, there's someone who can ask. Wait here, Professor. Okay, you got exactly 5 seconds to stop eyeballing me. 1, 2. I'm very sorry, sir. I gather that didn't go so well. Let's ask someone else, Professor. I can't even look at the man without him snapping at me. And all this time I thought you had a talent for communicating with wild animals. Haha. Come on, Professor. It's no fair teasing me now. That guy was scary. Now, don't look so sour. I was just trying to brighten your spirits with a joke. Why don't we find someone else to help us? Like this lady, who has a puzzle for us. The breeze blew through town today. Sure is nice. I couldn't agree more. It's the perfect day to find some grassy spot near the flames, or go for a walk. Oh, and speaking of walks, my husband and I came up with this great puzzle when we were out for a stroll. Like the only puzzle I did yesterday. I mean, not yesterday.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Yep, 15. Say, you got some smarts. Nice work, sir. I used to love walking with my hubby back when he'd come home for dinner every night. Used to. Sadly, those carefree walks ended when we moved here for his new job. They must be working him like a dog because he hardly ever comes home. Hey, Hazel. What do you want from me? It didn't hurt me. Please, I'm begging you. I don't understand. Why are you scared of me, sir? Why are you scared of me, sir? You? No, it's your friend there with the big hat. Ah, he's looking right at me. Please calm down. I mean you no harm. You must have had me confused with someone else. The only thing I want to know is where the location of the Gilded Seven Casino is around here. It's around here, is it not? The casino? Oh, I get it. You guys are testing me. You want to see if Hazel's gonna spill the beans. And if you can send me on one-way vacation to nowhere. What are you talking about? Ugh, somebody help me. Casually cuts off screen. And there he goes again. Poor fellow. It sounds like he had a bad run-in with someone who looks like me. He's not the first person to react strangely to your hat. Yes, it seems my doppelganger seems to have a quite fearsome reputation. Then maybe it makes sense to take your hat off for the time being, to avoid a confusion. Nonsense, Luke. A gentleman cannot very well walk around with his head bared now, can he? I know any gentlemen in chat can verify this information. I'm no gentleman. Or am I? No, I'm not. I guess not. Well, what's our next move? That girl Becky from the hotel has been quite helpful, so why don't we go ask her for directions? Yeah, we're not gonna go back there. That's just... The casino. What's with that, kid? Are you nuts? No, sir. You must not. You must understand. You misunderstand me. We're not going to gamble. But merely to. A casino's no place for a take a child. Even I know that. Well, that's really nice of you to worry about me, sir. Yes, but you needed to be concerned with that boy's well-being, especially when. Look, buddy. I don't take kids into a place like that, so don't expect any help from me. Sneeze. She's fast asleep. She must have worked late last night. Hey, going. You're looking for the Gilded Sylvan Casino? Yes, we're supposed to meet someone there. Well, before you go, I think you ought to know that that establishment is a family hangout. We appreciate your concern, Becky, but we really need to go there. I understand. Oh, phew, Granny's asleep again. I don't think she'd be too keen on me directing you to, hotbed of criminal activities. Oh, well, we don't need to worry about our safeties, do we? Not that I'm scared or anything. Good. Bravery is an admirable, even if not particularly helpful character trait. Anyways, you know where Fatso Station is, right? Just heading straight north from the plaza in front of the station. You'll see the casino eventually. Aha! I had a feeling it was around there. You did? What tipped you off? When we passed by the station last, when the family goons was posted outside and passed north, I thought there was something fishy about it, but I couldn't get past him to see what was up there. Well, that probably won't be a problem for you this time. Those goons move pretty around from post to post pretty often. Good to know. Yeah, those goons aren't the brightest bunch. Anyways, go check for yourself. I bet anything the pass is now open. Uh-oh. Becky, these are our guests. I'm sure they have better things to do than to listen to you blather at them. No need to worry there, Margaret. Becky was here just giving us directions to our next destination. Oh, is that so? Well, as long as she's being helpful. Thanks, Becky. I was wondering if the guy was going to say anything else. Look, the fellow there who's standing guard there is gone. It seems Becky, his guess was right, on the money. Let's keep moving north. Flora? She looks so grown up. Well, it is in like 10 years in the future, apparently.
Professor? Oh, it's just beautiful, Herschel.
Oh, do you really like it?
I don't just like it. I love it. Thank you so much.
Picking out the right gift can be quite the puzzle.
Lucky for me, every puzzle has an answer. Isn't that what you always say?
Yes, well. I've been thinking,
Go on.
if I were to get the teaching job, then well,
I'm listening, Herschel.
oh, I'll tell you later.
Come on now. Tell me more about these plans of yours.
Oh, it was nothing. Now let's eat before our food gets cold.
Hey, no fair changing the subject.
What? are you talking about? I did nothing of the sort.
You most certainly did.
Interesting. Professor? Professor, is there something the matter? You look dazed. I'm fine, Luke. My eyes seem to be playing tricks on me. Does this have to do something with that lady who just walked by? It's probably nothing. She just reminded me of someone I knew a very long time ago. Ain't going. And just what do you two think you're going? We're on our way to meet someone at the Gilded Seven Casino. I see. Going to the casino to meet up with someone. Yes, that's not suspicious at all. Psst, Professor. I think this guy is trying to intimidate us. Quit with all the whispering, boy. I'm right here, you know. Oops. Sorry. Excellent. Since you owned up to your rudeness, all is forgiven. That's a good boy. With all due respect, sir, would you please let us pass? The hour grows late. But of course, my good man. That is, I will as soon as you solve your way through this puzzle of mine. Upon reflection. All three shapes were created by rotating and shifting the same in the mirror. F! Wait. Wait. Could it be Y?
I've got a good feeling about this one.
No. Well, in defense, I only
My logic was sound. Let's see if I've got this right.
Nope, not F.
I was sure my logic was sound.
Oh well. Well. Now let's seriously look at this. Is it P?
That should do the trick.
Yeah, it was a P.
Well, that's settled.
Don't take that. Well done. You've proven yourself to me. I will provide you with a valuable yet cryptic warning. Danger lurks about that hat of yours. You best watch yourself around here. Why is everyone so fixated on my hat? Do you know anyone else with a hat like mine? If I told you, it would kill us all. It would kill all the suspense, wouldn't it? I'll leave that little mystery for you. I guess it is part of the game, so. Wow, now that's a casino. Luke, have you ever been to a casino in the first place? You're a child. I don't think children are supposed to be at casinos. I think it's safe to say we have found you found the Gilded Seven. I can't wait to see what it looks like up close. Professor, look here! I think I stumbled upon a hidden puzzle. Mr. 820. One of the 5 people who are shown below is a very unique name of Mr. 820. Pretty weird, huh? Well, apparently everybody who sees this person and hears the nickname just thinks it's perfect. Well then, who is Mr. 820? Simply circle your answer and then tap submit. It's A. He has 820 on his...
How about this?
No.
Let me think this through again.
Might be him.
This one's as good as solved.
No. This is what's called brute force. It's a try and true method when you have limited answers.
How about this?
No.
I guess it's back to the drawing board.
This
My
man.
answer.
Yeah.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Very good. Person E is Mr. 820. As illustrated. Oh. That puzzle was a piece of cake. Good evening, sir. Can I please see your membership card? What membership card? The Gilded Seven Casino is a haven for the social finest of ladies and gentlemen to gather. We check membership cards upon entrance to ensure that less than savory types are kept out. This is certainly the first I've heard of that policy. I don't suppose you'd be willing to make an exception for us. Your hat shows that you're a man of impeccable character. Now we just need to test that intellect. If you could solve this puzzle, I will let you in without a card this once. This fellow seems awfully focused on your hat as well. Naturally, I see there is any greater proof that of one's gentlemanly nature than a fine top hat. A game of cards. This photograph is of 2 gentlemen playing a game of cards. Everybody who is in this photograph points at the same thing and says something like, someone has no idea what he's doing. Layton. Circle out the part of the photograph these people are referring to. Someone's not playing the right type of cards, right?
This one.
Nope.
I must have overlooked something.
Don't be misled by unimportant details. Okay. I'm gonna get a coin. No. Because I don't play cards.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah, he has like 4 cards.
Well, that's settled.
When you're playing like a normal game of poker, it's like 2. Correct. The numbers are usually printed on. The numbers are usually printed on the top left and bottom right corners of the playing cards. The gentleman wearing the orange hat is holding his cards in such a way he can't see what the three of his cards actually are. Expertly solved, sir. You certainly earned the right to enjoy our exclusive facility. Welcome to the Gilded Seven. Just look at these fountains and these forests. This place must be cost a fortune to build. I know you're excited, Luke, but do try to keep your voice down. Sorry, professors. This place is just so impressive. I understand the feeling. It's also quite large. Finding your future self in here may prove a challenge.
So you're...
He's the future me?
It's good to finally meet you, Professor. Or rather, I suppose I should say it's nice to see you again. It's me, Luke Triton.
Hello, Luke.
Hi, Professor.
This is why you don't bring the past self to meet the future self.
This is going to take some getting used to.
I can't believe how small I used to be.
I'm not that small.
So tell me, why exactly did you go through such pains to bring us here?
I'll be happy to tell you in just a moment. But before that, I'd just like to verify that I'm dealing with the real Professor Layton here.
Who else will wear a fancy top like that, future Luke?
Who else would I be?
Allow me to explain. In my London, it's rare to find someone who doesn't know the name Herschel Layton. In fact, many imposters have come forth recently claiming to be him.
Are you saying you think the professor is a fraud?
Professor, if you think back on our adventures together, you may recall a man named Don Paolo.
That was his fucking name!
As you know, he was a master of disguise.
Yes, he disguised himself as Flora one time. It was insane.
How do I know the man before me now isn't Don Paolo in another of his costumes?
How do we know the man in front of us is not one of the Don Paulo in another one of his costumes?
Now that's just rubbish, and you know it.
Is it now? He's tricked us before. Who's to say he couldn't do it again?
Very well, I'll play along. How do you propose I prove my identity?
It's quite simple, really.
A puzzle? I can do a puzzle.
Professor, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
Okay. I thought we were just gonna do a puzzle and it was going fine. What exactly do you have in mind? As a cautious man, I'm sure you have some questions about my identity as well. So that way we each prove our identities, I propose we demonstrate our respective intellects. I've prepared a puzzle that can only be solved by someone as insightful as the professor. Should you find the solution, I'll give you the chance to present me with a similar challenge. If I am who I say I am, I should have no trouble whatsoever throwing you my way, should I? Let's get started. Before us are 4 cards arranged according to the sets of conditions. Here they are. First, a heart is next to a diamond. Second, a club is not next to a spade. Finally, a heart is directly right of a club. Using these 3 conditions, I challenge you to find the spades amongst the 4 cards. Okay. Heart is next to a diamond. The club is not next to a spade. The heart is immediately right of a club. Okay. So, if we then think of it that way, we'll use black for the club, white goes for is our club, red will be our diamond, and then blue is our diamond heart. Okay, so if we think of it this way, so if our heart is here, the club would have to be here. But thus means the diamond would be here. I mean, the club would be there. And that can't be the truth because the spade is there. It would be next to the club. So, if we try the heart here, we could put the diamond here. The spade's right here. Are you quite sure about your answer, Professor? I'd reconsider it if I were you. Oh, okay. Then it's here. Yes, placing the spade there results in the correct answer. Impressive, Professor. Oh, I read it wrong. Thank you. Now if I may present you with a puzzle of my own design. Nothing would make me happier. Good. I enjoyed the idea behind your puzzle, so if you don't mind, I'd like to do something similar. Here are the conditions for my 4 cards. A club sits directly at the right of a heart. A diamond is the far left or right of a card that has the heart next to it. Finally, a club is also far left or right of the card. Using these conditions, I challenge you to find the spade. Okay. A club sits directly right of a heart. The end cards on the far right or left is a diamond. Next to it is a heart. Okay, so the club sits directly right of a heart. You almost had me there, Professor. But as you know, this puzzle is flawed. It's unsolvable. Is that so? Yes, I tried several solutions, but none worked given the conditions you had set forth. Oh, really? Tell me, did I ever state that the 4 cards on the table contained 1 from each suit? So are you saying there is no spade? Precisely. It was a trick question, but it makes it a pertinent point. In the puzzle you issued me, you failed to specify that the 4 cards included 1 from each suit. When you leave in a loophole like that, it can make the puzzle unsolvable. The same omission can also open up the doors to alternate solutions. You intentionally presented me with a puzzle that, when examined closely, is actually incomplete. The real test you set out for me was to see if I would catch on, was it not?
It seems you're the genuine article, Professor.
I'm glad to see that I have finally convinced you.
To be honest, I was convinced from the beginning.
Why? Because I was wearing a top hat? I should get a top hat.
But I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to pit myself against my mentor in a battle of wits.
I'm flattered, I suppose.
I suppose.
Out with it already. Why did you call us here?
There are too many eyes on us here. There's a supply room in the back where we can talk. Follow me. Okay. The young man calling himself Layton turns out to be older Luke from 10 years in the future. He wrote his mentor and a friend a request to help. Okay, future Luke, you know I don't, you should know I don't. Are no hint coins in here? Huh? Oh, there is a hint coin. Professor Layton, Luke, welcome to London of the future. Still not convinced? You met with Dr. Schrader, didn't you? What did you think after seeing him? I'm sure you noticed the toll that time has taken on the good doctor. Yes, that seems to be the case. And what's of Fair London herself? You walked around enough now to see how it transformed. Can you imagine a 24-hour casino in this sleepy part of town 10 years ago? Everything changed so much. What happened to the city? A genius appeared. An evil genius who turned the city on its ears. Oh, I know where this is going. Don Pablo took over the city, didn't he? Don Pablo? Oh no. I'm talking about a truly brilliant man. Someone the three of us all know quite well. It's that one guy! I knew he wasn't good. If it's not Don Pablo, then who is it? What do you think, Professor? I'm not sure. I thought you'd say that. Who is it? I got to know. His name is Herschel. What? I'm flattered to be called an evil genius, but I mean... Herschel Layton. That evil genius is you, Professor. What? I was afraid you'd say that. That can't possibly be right. Luke? I'm sad to say there is no mistake there. They call him the devil in the top hat, and he rules London from the shadows. This is common knowledge to everyone in London. Tell me more, Luke. More? I don't know any more than you do, Professor. No, I'm referring to the other Luke. Goodness, this is getting rather complicated, is it not? Tell me, Luke, how did I rise to rule over all of London? Where to begin? Here, Professor. Surely you'll remember this. Of course! This is an article about the incident that happened just the other day. Haha. Yes, to you two, if I suppose it was just the other day. However, here it's been a full 10 years since that fateful day. Whoa. It was a dark period for London. You see, the Prime Minister vanished, leaving Parliament on utter chaos. Yeah, everyone in Parliament is in a state of panic. In our time, I mean. Professor, you yourself witnessed the accident that changed London forever. The demonstration was a total failure. Yes, both the Prime Minister and that scientist. You mean Dr. Stranghung? Yes, that's right. Several people, including those two, disappeared in the blast. It seems likely that the force of the explosion killed them. Didn't the paper say that a few of Dr. Stranghung's assistants vanished in the blast as well? That's the story in the papers. But what would you say if I told you that Stranghung was still alive? I'd say it's impossible. Well, then you'd be wrong. Dr. Stranghung escaped that blast, but then he decided to go into hiding to avoid fallout from the experiment. Well, that man was responsible for the loss of our national leader. Despite desperate for a place to lay low, the doctor was given shelter from an unlikely person. You, Professor. Me? Why would I aid a man responsible for this conundrum? My question exactly. In the months that followed the explosion, you slowly grew distant from me. Before long, you began fraternizing with keys figures of criminal underworld. The professor? Never! Don't be so sure. Time has a way of changing people, Luke. It was clear that something about Stronghand's research captivated you, Professor. You couldn't stop talking about time travel. You seemed possessed by the idea of changing the past. Changing the past. Dr. Stringhand was very interested in continuing his research, but he needed a financial backing to do it. So you used your superior intellect to assume control of London's underworld. No way. Of course, there's those who tried to stop you, but no one was a match for your smarts. Before long, you were raking in pounds from all sorts of dirty business. With all the funding he needed, it wasn't long before Stringhand completed his work. Completed it, you say? That's right. He built the time machine in Midland Road clock shop. Though I suppose that completed is an odd choice of words, as the machine is far from complete. How so? It doesn't allow users to select their destinations, nor where they will reappear in the flow of time. It simply opens a hole of sorts between two areas of time. You mean a wormhole? Precisely, and by sheer chance, the machine opened up a wormhole in the clock shop that spans 10 years between our two times. It gives us the ability to move back and forth between yours, present, and mine. So you used the wormhole to get the message to us and bring it to us here. But one thing is bothering me. This wormhole is obviously important to my future self. Surely the Layton of this era must keep a close eye on the place. How did you gain access to it? I'll get to that, but right now there's more pressing business I'd like to attend to. Go on then. Tell us why you called us here. Always one step ahead of me. You haven't lost your touch, Professor. I wish to enlist your help into stopping the future Herschel Layton. You want me to stop myself? Wow. This is a new one for future traveling. Even as we speak, future Layton is racing to complete a fully operational time machine. He's been ducking back into the past to gather every bright scientist working in time travel. But why bother going back through time to find scientists? There must be plenty here. Actually, many of the experts in the field were lost when Strakon's demonstration went awry. Therefore, Layton had no choice but to travel back to before the blast in order to get other talent. Things are bad, really. But if Layton managed to build a working time machine, there's no telling what could happen. Someone has to stop him from completing his scheme. But the only person up to the challenge is me. Is that what you're going to say, isn't it? Exactly. We have to fight fire with fire. No one else stands a chance against him. But how? I am unfamiliar with my current surroundings. I have no clue where to find the man. That's the one obstacle we'll have to overcome together. Layton's actions are shrouded in secrecy. But his base of operations is well known. We can start our search for him there. You mean this casino isn't the future professor's headquarters? No, this facility is just one of the ways he makes money. His actual headquarters is in the heart of Chinatown. Let's visit the place and see if we can't learn something more. Just so you know, Luke, there is still quite a bit that I find dubious about this situation. Much is still unclear, but the only way to get to the bottom of this is to meet the man who's claiming to be me. Yeah, okay, guys, just so you know, I'm really not buying the fact that Layton is, this evil genius is the real Professor Layton. Somehow, I figured my brief explanation wouldn't be enough to convince you, Professor. Don't forget me. I'm coming too. Of course you are. If I can't count on myself for help, who can I count on? Think about it. Thinking about what you just said makes me feel kind of dizzy. Well, I hope you get used to it soon. I'm going to need your help getting to the bottom of all of this. Oh, yes, and there's one more interesting fact you should know about, Professor. Yes? There's no record of a scientist matching Dr. Strunghug's name and description. That name is a fake. It's Don Pablo's? Oh, baby! Really now? Whoever he was, he made an effort to hide his real identity from the people at the demonstration. Now that you mention it, a few people at the demonstrations seem to know the man. What would motivate Strunghun to use a false name? Just what was he planning? Another interesting question. We'll hopefully answer all along the way. It doesn't make any sense. What are you thinking, Professor? We can talk more as we go. For now, we need to head back to Flatstone Street. She shady characters are a member of gang that's led by the future Layton. The future Layton is a crime lord who terrorizes London with his gang of thugs, known and feared by Londoners as the Devil in the Top Hat. Now, how could this model English gentleman have turned into such a monster? Dr. Strunghung is a scientist who unveiled the time machine, but no record exists of a scientist by that name. He must be using an alias to hide his real identity. So who is he really? We're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave.
Oh, there you are, boss.
I'm not your boss.
Oh,
And who might you be again, sir?
oi! What are you doing wearing the boss's get-up? Is your idea of a joke? No, not at all. Come to think of it, I don't think I've seen any of you round here before. Yes, well, we don't often get a chance to visit this fine establishment of yours. Dunno about that, but I'm gonna need you to come with me for some questioning. This way, you three.
Hi, I'm Herschel Layton. Oof.
Professor, run away while you can.
Oh, future Luke, no!
Oh no!
Quickly, you two, this way.
Run!
Let him escape! Yeah, don't let him escape!
Are they like stormtroopers and not gonna hit?
We're surrounded, Professor!
Calm yourself, Luke. I have a plan.
Wait! Where are you going?
Do you see a way out of this?
I do, but I'll need your help.
Puzzle. Slot machine gun. Build a machine gun from the parts of the disassembled shot machine to help future Luke and Layton fight back. Rotate the parts to fit them into the checker shape below. You must use all pieces without any of them overlapping. Now hurry! Oh, okay. Okay. They can't win against fool.
I say, that was a close one.
We gave them a taste of their own medicine.
Funny, I don't remember you helping.
Look, you're me. I get some credit.
Is that so?
That's very interesting logic.
Well, you don't get the credit for 10 years, Luke, okay? Just remember that. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Now, can we leave? Chapter 3, The Dynamic Future. So, Mr. Triton, where are we headed? Luke, please call me anything but Mr. Triton. It's really strange to be... It's really strange to be called that by myself. It's pretty awkward for me, too. What else am I supposed to call you? I don't see why you can't just both be called Luke. I see the problem, Layton, because I give them both voices because there's a 10 years difference between the two. It's going to be confusing on which one's talking. Should the need to distinguish you two apart arises, you can be Big Luke and you Little Luke. I'm not too keen on little Luke, but it beats all this confusion. Whatever you say goes, Professor. It's a pleasure to making your acquaintance again, little Luke. Oh no, the pleasure's all mine, Big Luke. What gentleman! Such a gentleman speaking to oneself. God, this is why you don't spend time with your future self in the future. You know, honestly, future Luke probably... I'm pretty sure future Luke probably figured out, I was like, oh, past Layton's gonna bring little me. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. There's something that I need to check up on. Professor, on the way to the casino, did you pass the restaurant in the shopping arcade? The one near the southern exit to the arcade? That's the one. We'll head there first. A friend of mine is waiting for us there. Okay. Ugh! Why are you sneaking up on me like that? You almost gave me a heart attack. So sorry, sir. I didn't mean to think a simple hello would scare you so much. I was lost in thought and didn't cheese either. Anyways, I have things to take care of, but bye-bye. How odd. What's so odd, Professor? Take a look at the ground, Luke. That man left the wet footprints, even though he hasn't rained here since we got here. So why were his shoes wet? Future Luke, was it raining at all today before we got here? Or Big Luke? I guess if we're going to refer to them as big and little. I haven't the foggiest. Remember the last time we investigated a sewer? I think I gathered all the hint coins. The breeze is so nice. Today is so nice. I wish my hubby could come home from work so we could go on a picnic. Just a little further, Luke. We're almost to the arcade now. I know, we walked through here earlier. Oh, right, of course you did. You did mention that before, didn't you? Yeah. Hey! You know, there's something I've been wondering about. What's on your mind? Well, a time machine was able to take people to any point in time could really change the world. Not just that, it could improve people's lives. Yes, it certainly has the potential to do that. So even though the machine could do so much for people, you wanted to stop it being made? Think about this scenario. Imagine there is this bully who always is giving you trouble. Go on. Now say that you had now let's say you had a time machine, that time machine we've been talking about. Would you travel back in time to that bully when that bully was a bratty 5-year-old and wail on him? Of course not. That'd be cruel. Of course you wouldn't, because you have a good heart. But imagine the damage someone less kind would do with a machine like that. I guess I never thought of it that way. But we gotta stop that machine from being built. Ooh, puzzle. Oh, there you are, Fruitikins! Oh, I miss the sweet of your sweet voice. Belle, I'm begging you. I'm begging you to listen. My name is Luke Wissenell. Oh, what's in the name anyhow? All that matters is my love is sweet Pooh. Don't you feel lucky to have met your soulmate so early in young life? 'Cause you should. Big Luke, this one's all yours. Listen, Belle. I think maybe you got the wrong big streams for our future. You bet I do. Not only if I could get this plan for our house right. Great. A simple lapelo lined with wooden harps and a square. So your job is to catch ropes between the stakes so that a four-person family is planning to build a house there can have four identically shaped rooms. You must complete this puzzle by using an entire lot and 5 ropes or less. A rope that traverses multiple stakes in the line counts as one rope if you draw a single straw with a single rope. Hmm. 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 This is a tricky one. Tricky. A. It seems like math, to be honest. And I don't do well with math. Math is a silly game. Silly game. No, math is a serious subject. Cool. That was a waste of time. Oh, the goon had a puzzle. Oh man. Why the long face? Bruno just gave me an earful for loafing. He said a monkey could do a better job than me. Some later, right? He really knows how to boost morale, doesn't he? Wait a sec. Why am I spilling family secrets to you? I'm not quite sure. Ooh, you think you're pretty smart, getting me to open up like that. Let's see how smart you look after my puzzle stumps, you short pants. 3 people are playing memory with a total of 20 cards of 10 pairs. Person A said, I matched 10 pairs in a row from the start. Person B said, I matched 9 pairs in a row from the start. Person C matched 8 pairs from the start. Now, who's lying? B.
Here's my answer.
Yeah. That was just a guess in the dark, baby. Very clever. B is lying. If you got the first 9 pairs in a row, you would automatically get the last pair, obviously. Dude, how stupid do you look now? Wow, that dopey expression of yours really threw me off, kid. But you're smarter than you look. Another puzzle. The weather sure is nice today, don't you think? Sure, it's not bad, I guess. On days like these, I always bake cookies. Thing is, I haven't been able to enjoy any of them because of this problem I've been having. Would you mind helping me out with my conundrum? I'll give you some cookies for your trouble. Free cookies? Well, who am I to refuse someone in need? You should do it because it's it's the gentleman thing to do, Luke, not just because you'll get free cookies. Gosh, Luke. There are 15 people. 15 cookies to share amongst a large group. The first person eats 1 cookie and pass 2 equal portions of the leftover cookies to 2 other people. They both eat a cookie, then pass 2 equal portions to the remaining cookies to 2 other people. So on until all the people gaze. It takes 1 minute to eat a cookie. Ignoring all the time it takes to pass them, what's the shortest amount of time for all the cookies to be eaten? 15 minutes, because there's 15 cookies. It's not a puzzle.
How about this?
Okay.
Let me think this through again.
There's 15 cookies. First person eats 1 cookie and pass 2 equal portions of the leftover cookies to 2 other people. They both eat a cookie and then pass 2 equal portions of the remaining cookies to 2 other people, and so on and so forth. How's the answer just not 15? Oh, because multiple people are eating multiple cookies at one time.
Here's my answer. I knew it.
Cookies always taste much better when you share them with somebody, don't you think? Crunch, crunch, absolutely. Glad you think so too. I talked to. Let's just let her sleep. So this is our base of operations, feature Luke. Alright, anyways. Hey, fellas, I came across a neat puzzle the other day. Want to hear it? A new puzzle, huh? Well, did you find it, Max? It's a secret, but if you solve you Alpha, I'll tell you the answer. What do you want to say? What do you say? Want to try it? Sure! Oh, heroes. Chart the path from the starting square in the top left corner to the ending square at the bottom right. You can move horizontally or vertically, but you cannot move in the direction that the arrows. But you can't move the direction that the arrows are pointing at. Also, you can't use the same square twice. Can you make it to the green flag touch? Nope. Wait. No.
This one's as good as solved. I don't know what to say.
Hello? Let's try it this way. The backwards make more confusing.
How about this?
No.
I guess it's back to the drawing board.
Okay. Think I got it this time. Yeah. Where'd you find the puzzle, Max? Where'd you find the puzzle? Correct. You'll reach the finish line without breaking any of the rules if you move along the path shown above. Ding, ding, ding. That is correct. So where'd you find that neat puzzle? You're gonna tell me now, aren't you? Ding, ding, ding. I found it by the tapping on suspicious-looking areas. A suspicious-looking area? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, if it looks a little fuzzy, just tap it on it a few times. Sometimes if you're lucky, a hint coin will, or a puzzle will appear out of thin air. Wow. That's amazing. Yep. You need a sharp eye, though. Those hidden items could be anywhere. If you tap on the air somehow, well, let's just say it's a good sign. What kind of things? Well, you know, maybe you'll see water sprouting up, or a puff of dust. If you see something like that, tap on the same spot again. You'll never know what you might uncover. Why don't we go this direction? It's all you like, but the bus isn't coming. Why not take the underground road instead? Okay. Oh, this is just the Midland Road. Look, there's the restaurant. Is this the place you had in mind, Big Luke? Yes, this is the one. Let's head in. Ugh. Ow. You look terrible. What's wrong? Oh, hey, kid. That's kind of messing with me. I was kind of a mess right now. Bosso came by and really stuck it to me. Ugh. That's awful. Yeah, you're telling me. He's kept carrying out some, he kept carrying on about some brat who got into the casino. That brat wouldn't happen to be you, would it? No, not at all. That would be that brat. Don't consider the fact that we're the same person. Me? No way. I wouldn't dream of going into an awful place like that. Oh, good. I was afraid I was going to have to teach you a lesson for doing something so knuckleheaded. My headphones died. Because I'm not really in shape for any teaching right now. I guess just don't get Brostro. He flies off the handle for no reason at all. We're just gonna go in the restaurant, I guess. Luke, do you see that man in black over there? Does he seem familiar to you? Yeah, he's the one who brought that letter from you. Welcome, friends. You've been looking for the best. If you've been looking for the best home-cooked meal in London, you got to come to the right place. Hold on, hold on just a second, sir. I plan to doing some vault, and I might be chatting with the other vault hunters, so I need to make sure my headphone being quad. I'm forgetting what cables are which. Like I said, might be doing some vault hunt. I'm probably gonna be doing some vault hunting after this. God, I'm addicted to vault hunting right now. Oh boy, tell me, what do you recommend? I'm glad you asked. There's nothing better than I like than an enthusiastic customer. To start, you should know that I make fish and chips that are so good you would want to move in. Chat, if you hear that, it's thundering outside. So, like I said, if I suddenly go, that means I should been struck by lightning. And make sure to tell my family I love them. No, I'll be fine. Chat, I'm fine. In the words of Apollo's Justice, I'm fine. Tell me, what kind of an Englishman couldn't say no to a dish like that, eh? I'm with you on that one. I love fish and chips. I could go without the fish. I like chips, but I do not like fish. Fish are to be looked at for they are pretty. And if you fancy a bit of more stick to your ribs, I got you covered. My lamb stew with crispy potatoes have you licking your chops. And the lamb too. Ha ha! I'm sold. I'll take it all. Now, don't get carried away, Luke. The food sounds wonderful, but we didn't come here to eat, did we? Oh, that's right. Sorry, sir, but we have business to attend to. But do come by later for my order. Ha ha ha! But of course, lad. Just let me know when you found a dish that suits you. I can personally vouch for the chef's prowess. Hint? Okay. Hi, sir. Sorry to keep you waiting, Shipley. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting, Shipley. I'm gonna get so confused by Big and Little Luke, okay? God, it's gonna be so bad. I'm gonna make Big Luke sound like he's fucking 10. I just saw that lightning. Like I said, chat, if Stroop suddenly gets cut off, just know I've been struck by lightning. Kidding, no, I didn't. I'm inside. It can't hurt me. It probably could, though. If it tried hard enough. That's all good. I'm just here. I just got here a moment ago myself. I thought y'all met before. I don't think you've had a proper introduction. This is my good friend Shipley. Shipley had played a vital role in the effort to bring you and little Luke to our time. Pleased to meet you, Shipley. Likewise, Professor. I'm sorry I've been so brief with you when we last met. Luke here told me I shouldn't share any details until he had the chance to speak with you himself. Don't give it another thought. Luke needed to test us before sharing the details of his plan. Shipley, did you manage some reconcile work in Chinatown as I asked? I did indeed, Luke. That filthy scumbag apologies, Professor. That would be the evil Layton I'm referring to. Okay, so how do we differentiate the Laytons, guys? Because we got Big Luke and we got Little Luke. We can't really do that about Layton. Layton's already a man. Layton's a man. Okay? The professor is appraised of the situation. Do continue. Right. You know the towering pollen gel located in Chinatown? Apparently the evil Layton is holding those scientists captive there. It seems he has them working on something day and night. And there's the rain. Like I said, chat, if the stream ends, my power went out. I also heard another particular rumor when I was about town. Yes. The word has it that the Prime Minister who disappeared 10 years ago is being held up there too. What? Bill Hawks. He went missing the day of the accident. He's been missing for 10 years. Do you suppose that evil Layton might have abducted the Prime Minister in addition to all those scientists? We don't know until we check out the facts for ourselves. Big Luke, you seem apprehensive about mentioning the Towering Polga. What is this place? The Towering Polga is the family's stronghold, and it sits by the sea of warehouses in Chinatown. To complicate matters, the whole Chinatown is controlled by exclusively by the family. That means even given without walking distance won't be easy. Be it as it may, we need to head to the source of this madness if we are to uncover the truth. Could you guide us safely to the tower? Infiltrating a place like that is going to take a bit of preparation. Why don't I split off for a bit and see what I can get, if I can secure a safe route to the tower for us. Go on and set out for Chinatown without me. Shipley, can tell you how to get that far, all right? Very well. Good. Now I need to get moving to be careful out there. Wow, he sure took off in a hurry. Shipley, we need to get to Chinatown. What is the best way there? Let's see. I think the best way here is to head back north on Flatstone Street. As you make your way towards the casino, there's the small sets of stairs going off to the right. Did you see them before? Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I do recall passing by an area that fits that description. Good. Head up those stairs and follow the narrow path to the top until you hit the riverbank. From there, just follow the path on the path you're on, and it'll take you straight into Chinatown. You're not coming with us, Shipley? I wish I could, but I got to stay here and wait for the word from your older self. Very well. Thank you for your assistance, Shipley. Come, Luke. We mustn't dilly-dally here. Take care of yourselves out there. If you run into any trouble, you can always find me here. And now about that food, sir. You're not gonna have a bite before you leave. Now that's a real shame, lad. Not to twist the knife in, but you're really missing out on some extremely fine Yorkshire pudding. Believe me, if I could say, I would. Next time I'm here, I'm ordering 2. Layton, oh Luke, so cute. And he grows up to be a fine, handsome gentleman. Are you two Ben? There's a shootout to kill the Silver Casino. Wow, that made the papers already? Seems that some cuckoos went in there and tried to run off with the day's profits. When the casino security staff got them red-handed, the place turned into the Wild West. What? But that's not how it happened at all. Well, now, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what the paper says. Well, the paper's wrong. Oh yeah? How would you know? How would you know you're not the one who's wrong? Why would the paper print lies? I hate to say it, but I think the family controls the media here. The paper prints what they're told to. Come in by and pay your sweetheart at a time, Emily Fluky. I'll be waiting here for you. Let's see the girl again. Because it's Flora, right?
Here you go.
What's this now?
Open it and see.
Hat?
For the newly appointed professor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're a fully fledged member of the academic community now. So you've got to look the part. Very dashing, Herschel. The picture of a true gentleman.
True gentleman?
No, leave it on. It suits you. It really does. So no taking it off. Oh, look at the time. I didn't realize how late it was. I have to go to the lab. We're running a very important experiment today. Let's continue this celebration over dinner tonight. Oh, and promise me you'll wear the hat. It's not your usual style, but keep an open mind. After all, isn't that what a gentleman does?
I feel like these are like flashbacks, but I'm not sure. Did you see that, Professor? Wasn't that the same woman we saw earlier? I suppose it was. You seem distracted, Professor. Are you alright? What was that? Oh, right. I'm fine. If you say so. Oh, look at that. I bet these are the stairs that Shipley mentioned. I could have sworn that was Claire. But it couldn't be. The word has it that the Prime Minister who disappeared 10 years ago is being held up there too. Perhaps the Prime Minister wasn't abducted 10 years ago. Could he have been brought to the future like Luke and me? What if this is all the talk of time travel is real? If so, then maybe that was Claire. No, that defies all logic. Claire can't be here. After that awful day, there's no way. A woman who looks uncanny to Professor Layton's old sweetheart Claire is wandering around town. Who could she be? I have a feeling that is just future Flora. Honestly, that's what I'm thinking. That it's just future Flora, because how can we go through all of Unwound Future and not have Flora? You know, Flora is like a main character. Do you suppose that bronze statue depicts some sort of local hero? I'm gonna have a quick look. It does! Say, Professor, the man in the statue has the same hat as yours. Haha, so he does. If I'm the man in the statue, does that mean you're the boy there? Haha, he doesn't look a thing like me. Oh, there's a inscription on the statue here. Let's see. Seems our friends here are some sort of famous author. An author, you say? Not the professor? Can you imagine if he was? Now that would be quite a coincidence. Let's see what else it says. The fellow used to write big, complicated books, but they all changed because of the boy here. The boy was sick, and to cheer him up, the man wrote an adventure novel for people of all ages. I guess the book was so successful that he went on to write more of them. What a heartwarming story. Oh, but that's not all, Professor. Here, I'll read you the rest. In the end, the little boy was taken by his illness. However, the extraordinary friendship between the author and the boy would remain forever. I can't believe how sad that ending is. There. It's not all that bad, my boy. It sounds like the two found true friendship in each other. Some people go through their whole lives without experiencing that. That's sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Thank God my Amazon Echo didn't hear me that time. I suppose so. It's still sad, though. Look here. It says, in memory of an extraordinary and everlasting friendship. Wouldn't it be wonderful if our friendship grew to those heights? What do you mean, if? Our friendship already is extraordinary and everlasting. Now, Luke. I didn't mean to ruffle your feathers. You're right. We are very good friends. You're not upset, are you? Why would I ever be upset? Anyways, we better get going. Oh, dear. Puzzle! You know, this statue here. It reminds you of a puzzle? Precisely. Here, let me share it with you. Broken Lance. There are 4 knights with lances in the photo. One of the lances was broken and then repaired with a string right before the picture was taken. Which lance is it? Of course, these lances are all originally straight.
Here's my answer.
Brute forcing, baby.
I guess it's back to the drawing board. Here's my answer.
I mean, to be fair, it was a 1 in 3 chance I would get it right.
Think this through again. This one's as good as solved.
50-50, we take those. Wonderful work. You really are getting quite good at this, Luke. Puzzle? Puzzle. It's official. I'm a genius. Just listen to this puzzle I thought up. It's a real gem. That's what he kind of sounds like to me. 3 below are 3 siblings, A, B, and C. A, I have 1 older sister, 1 older brother, and 3 younger sisters. I have 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. I have 3 older brothers and 1 younger sister. For all their statements to be true, what is the smallest possible numbers of siblings can there be in the family? Five, right? Because think of it. This would be like the middlest child. Like, she would be kind of young. The answer is 5. Right?
Let's see if I've got this right.
Nope.
I was sure my logic was sound.
I was too. Wait. It's 6.
do the trick.
Yeah. So good at
Well,
puzzles.
that's settled.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, you solved it. Must be a cheater or something. Neither cheater pants. Just really good at puzzles, man. His name is Layman. A real man back. Wait, hold on. let me pull out. Let me pull out a very stupid voice. Have you been back there from no puzzle? Jack doesn't like people that pursuing us on the club. You there? You're here, are you not? Well then don't just stand there, solve this puzzle. When you return to your apartment, you discover a strange piece of paper next to your calculator. Your roommate must be trying to tell you something before he left. The note says 100 times 5. Times 5. What could this mysterious memo mean? Five, oh. Boo! You know. Yeah, because 101 times 5 is like 505, right? Yeah. Is he trying to tell us SOS?
That should do the trick.
Yeah! SOS, we're out of toilet paper! You got it. The message is SOS. If you enter the equation into the calculator, you can interpret the answer as 505 or SOS. Your roommate was asking for help. What, are we out of were we out of toilet paper? God, he never remembers to buy the toilet paper. How dare he? You always need to make sure you buy toilet paper, guys. Alas, didn't answer you, sir. Prove without a shadow of a doubt that every puzzle has an answer. Excellent work, my good man. Is this really the way to Chinatown? It's awfully dirty and dark. Why the sudden apparition? Does this place frighten you, my boy? Me? Scared? No way! I just want to get out of here. Let's go! Now, Luke, don't just run off. Be careful. You could slip. Whoa! Ow, 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 ow! Oh, dear. Now, what did I just tell you? Professor, why are you smiling right now? Smiling? Me? Certainly not. Are you quite alright? I just banged up my knee a little. Walk it off. Luke. I'm Luke Triton and I'm fine! God. I play way too much fucking... Oh, good. I was worried for a moment. Let's go. Hey, little man. You ever been bored? You could keel over? Me too. Like right now. Why are you so bored? Well, mostly because I got nothing to do. But also, I got sort of lost in my life, and I can't find it. How does one lose their life? By stabbing themselves. A while back, this guy tells me I can take money off, make money off if I hand over doing easy work. I was out of job, so I figured why not, right? Makes sense. Yeah, I think so too. Until I realized my sweetheart gig ain't so sweet, you know. Guys throw me in the dark hole, and it was digging all day and all night. I busted my humps 24/7. Sounds like whatever he was paying. It sounds like whatever he was paying you wasn't worth it. I only haven't gotten the worst part yet. When I finally finished the job, I had home, right? But even everything gets all switched around when I'm in the hole, and that's when I can't find my family or house. Oh my gosh! Maybe you traveled through time like we did. Who, what now? Who, what, where now? I don't really follow you, but I do know we've been out here on my own for a little while. Only one thing I came to pass the time are these puzzles I do, yeah? Here, try one. Hello, VTuber Studios. You dug a bunch of tunnels, but they can turn around and convert it into info. You have to connect A to A, B to B, and C to C. You can't use the same path twice. However, only way to do this is to make one connection go above the ground, and it's the connection A, B, or C. It is B.
Here's my answer.
Yeah. There's a 1 in 33 chance.
This through again.
See, guys, clearly it's tunnel A.
This one's as good as solved. Let me think this through.
Well, we went to 50/50s.
How about this? No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Good job there, little man. I can tell you're a thinker. You remind me of my son. He thinks he knows everything, but he's a good boy. He used to love it when I give him a puzzle to work on. Sure, I wish I could see the scrimp. Looks like we're on the right track. There's the river, the Samus. Indeed, it looks like as majestic as ever. I suppose some parts of the London never change, even after 10 whole. Hey, that wasn't there before. I see you noticed it too, Luke. That's to be the biggest lighthouse I've ever seen, and it sure wasn't there before. It's almost in pristine condition, so it must have been built fairly recently. Good day, you two. Isn't the view of this here positively gorgeous? Yes, quite so nice. It's nothing short of breathtaking. Psst, Professor. Look at this guy. Do you suppose he could be part of the family? Now, you listen, boy. I'm standing right here. If you have something to say it to my face. What's more, I don't appreciate being associated with those drably dressed ruffians. Look at this suit, boy. Do you see that stitchwork? This was custom made in Italy. Italy, I say. Ever so sorry, sir. I meant no offense. It was foolish of me to think you were part of that bunch. Well, as long as you acknowledge your mistake, I will be willing to let bygones be bygones this once. But just so there is no doubt as to my identity, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands London's most distinguished, dashing, and adored man. The name's Graham. So dashing. I would tell you to remember the name, but I know you'll never forget it. Got it, Graham. London's most distinguished, dashing, and I forgot the last part. But I won't forget the name, I promise. Surely no one throws their rubbish into the river. Hint coin! Hint coin! Puzzle! Oh, hello, Roger. Say, do you happen to know this way? Is this the way to Chinatown? Yeah, this path will take you there, probably. Probably. Haven't you taken this path before? No way. I just got this feeling that somehow something could happen to me down there. Something bad. Like, what if I had a run-in with the family? That would get messy fast. I better just stay off stuff and stay here on puzzles. Hide and goon seek. I have a feeling that the family goons might be lurking around. I didn't want any trouble, so I hid in a spot where I can spy on them without being seen. Do me a favor and tell me how many goons there are. There's one goon. Two. No. Three. 4. 5. 6. I think that's just a lady dressed. So there's 6. And if I'm wrong, I'll go 7.
This one's as good as solved. Let me think this through again. How about this? I guess it's back to the drawing board.
I'll just circle that to be sure. It's a 9.
Merrily.
Yeah, you solved my puzzle. Guess you're not part of the family then. You're not too bright, see? Of course we're not. We're no family goons. I'm Luke, and this man here is the famous Professor Layton. Ah! This is Layton, you say? Of course he's not a family goon. He's the head honcho. Luke, we do not tell people our names, okay? We do not need them. Worry. Oops. I forgot how the name Layton tends to scare the socks off people in this time. Yes, it's unfortunate, but people seem to think I'm a criminal. On a more interesting note, do take a look at the ground, Luke. They're wet. Those footprints must belong to the man who just ran off. Come to think of it. No! At least I don't think so. Ask me again in 10 years. Okay. Quick summary of what's happening so far. We are Luke and Layton are currently 10 years in the future of what they normally know. And within that 10 years, apparently Layton has made a name for himself as being like a crime boss. But is not really necessarily sure that it's actually Layton. And he's trying to complete a time machine because fucking time travel, baby! Man, I love time travel. As you can tell, apparently. It's a bit chilly out here to be for a swim, don't you think? Because logic and reasoning. Indeed. How did he get all wet? Men in white laboratory coats seem to be all over this part of town, but the odd thing is that their trousers and shoes are always soaking wet. Why on earth would they be walking around London with wet feet? You know, Professor, with all these trees here, this hill is actually kind of creepy. What's the matter, Luke? Are you afraid of bumping into a ghost? Come on, Professor. You know I would never believe in such so unscientific. Unscientific, you say? I mean, Luke, have you ever tried to punch a ghost? Don't try. If we're gonna use Pokemon logic again, fighting is not effective again. It does not have no effect on ghost type Pokemon. If you're gonna punch a ghost, you better be a ghost, because that's the only way to punch a ghost is to be a ghost yourself. If you had a time machine, would you go back in time and isekai baby angry mustache man? No. You know what I'd do if I had a time machine? You know what I would do if I had a time machine? I would absolutely destroy said time machine. I'm not fucking with the space-time continuum. Thank you very much. No thank you. Yeah, there's no proof that ghosts exist. Nothing based on facts anyways. And as a man of science, naturally, you don't fear something as silly as ghosts, right? Well, maybe just a little. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I forgot to look for hint coins. And hidden puzzles. I spy with my little eye a hidden puzzle. Wait, I spy with my little eye a hidden puzzle. Okay. You want to lay one of the 5 types of stones below around your garden without them overlapping each other, or any of the 4 white bushes. You can rotate the stones, but they can't be flipped. One should be used. Okay. So like, throw A there. Put B there. Okay. So what if like C, A, E, nope. Okay. B, E, C. We don't use D.
How about this?
Nope. Brute force it is.
Let's do a game.
C.
Here's my answer.
No.
Let me think this through again.
Gardening is not my cup of tea.
How about this?
Cool.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Ha! I knew I could do it. Hang coin, hang coin, hang coin, hang coin. Hang coin, baby. I can't stop looking at this curious flower and that strange little insect zipping around it. Psst! Hey there, you two. You got lost looks in your face. You know where you are? I confess we do not. This is our first time passing through here. Listen, I could be wrong, but it looks like you two are a couple upstanding citizens. I'm an ass fella. So I'll clue you doing in. You're standing right on top of the Black Market Bazaar. Black Market? Wow. Wow, it's right, kid. We sell a lot of weird stuff here, and no one questions where it comes from. If it was me and those shiny loafers of yours, I would keep my head down and vamoose as quickly as I could. Yes, that seems to be prudent. Before we go, though, tell me, why do people come all the way out here to do their shopping? Listen, kid, things for sale here. Things for sale here? Let's just say you won't find them in at the supermarket. Come to the bazaar. Who can say what treasure you'll find? So you deal in antiques and other rare items? I think we have asked enough questions for one day, Luke. Let's move on, shall we? You two be careful. Oh, and if you're ever in the market for something that's hard to locate, swim by. puzzle! Why, hello there, Mr. Cat. Meow, 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 meow. What is he saying, Luke? He says he's in a bit of a jam, Professor. Cat romance. This tomcat is trying to meet up with the sweetheart. However, the dogs on the square with X can smell a cat up to 3 squares away and chase him off. They can't, however, smell a cat through a wall. With entrance A, B, or C, or D, should the tomcat take to run to reunite with his lady friend? See? Brute force, baby. Brute force works every time! I didn't even look too closely at the puzzle. Perfect. The answer is C. Reunited at last. Meow. Meow. I know. I'm glad we could help too. Yes, glad to be of service. Meow. 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 Hang on, baby. Oi! What do you think you two doing here? No one passes through this gate here. Now clear out. We'll have more words with each other. I see. The nerve of them. They're just a pair of brutes, don't you agree? Professor, what are you thinking about? Tell me, Luke. Did those two remind you of anyone we know? It's not an exact match, but they do bear an odd remembrance to a certain pair of fellows we know. Of course, you're talking about Inspector Climby and Barton. Oh my gosh, they do. I am, and the similarities are quite striking, don't you think? Big guy in charge, check. A short assistant, check. Something tells me the whole inspector wouldn't take kindly to being told he resembles a criminal. Speaking of the inspector, did his presence at the event seem all at odd to you? The event? Do you mean the time machine demonstration? Why, yes. Why do you suppose the police inspector was invited to an event like that in the first place? Well, he cracked quite a few tough cases. Maybe his celebrity status got him invited. Yes, I assume that's the same thing. After all, Prudo's celebrity status is what got you and me our tickets. Prudo's celebrity? Nonsense! You're the great Professor Layton. The very model of it in the modern day English gentleman. Apparently not in the future. The name Professor Layton means evil genius. Haha, I hate to say it, Luke, but I think you're the only one who would heap that kind of praise on me. From what I saw, almost everyone there was part of London's upper class or the media. The inspector and I were the clear exceptions to the otherwise homogeneous list of names. So the question looms before us. Why did this sergeant, whoever he is, invite the inspector and me? What I wouldn't give to hear the inspector's take on the event. Yeah, it's too bad we have to go back to our time to ask him. Wait a second. What if the inspector is still working here in the future? Professor, there you are. Ah, hello, Luke. I couldn't help but overhear you as I ran up. Did you say something you'd like to meet with the inspector? Yes, ideally we would like to meet him back in our time, while the events of 10 years ago are still fresh. I think we can make that happen. But how? Let's continue this conversation away from prying eyes, shall we? Why don't we head over to the wooded area to the west? Okay. There, much better. I don't think anyone is likely to overhear us here. You mentioned that there's a way for us to visit the inspector who exists in our own time. I can only imagine this means returning to the present. Is that possible? Indeed, Professor, but the only way to do it is to make use of the wormhole in the clock shop. But the door to that place is bolted shut. How will we get in? That shouldn't be a problem. I can get that door open for you. Strange. Why is it that you have such an easy access to the wormhole? I promise I'll explain everything when we get there. Trust me on this. But for now, let's return to the clock show up on the Mid-Lane Road. But what about our plans to head to Chinatown? That will have to go back on the back burner for now. The situation has changed. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Because you know why? I'm going to call it a night for you here. I'm going to call it a night here. Thank you all for joining tonight. It was a very lovely adventure. Or start of an adventure. Because time travel is weird. Time travel is always weird. I always get stuck with time traveling. Who's to say? So, anyways, thank you all for joining tonight. It was really fun, and I'll be back on Saturday. I'll be back on Saturday for some Dokapon Kingdom Connect with you too. Yeah, everybody have a good evening, because that's what we're all about here, having good evenings. But before we head out, we got to find someone who knows we can raid. And we're gonna raid Noma's Turtle. Hopefully, my headphones are not. I don't think my headphones are quite charged yet, so I don't know. But I'll see you chats. I was about to say tomorrow, but I'm not gonna be live tomorrow because I will be busy vault hunting. Also, because Alexa is going to be busy tomorrow evening, so we're not playing Dokapon Kingdom on tomorrow evening. Yeah. So, yeah, I will see you guys Saturday.